Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel, Herculean Homeschooling. I'm Sarah, homeschool mama of 6, and today's video is a homeschool update for the month of February. We made it, y'all, through the snowpocalypse. If you've been following me on social media, you could join me on Facebook and Instagram at Herculean Homeschooling, and I was sharing how crazy it has been down here in Texas. We had that huge cold front and snowstorm and ice, all kinds of crazy things. We were supposed to have the rolling blackouts, but so many people, their power just totally went out. Ours, the longest it was out was like 15 hours, but it was through the night, which was partly nice because then at least we were sleeping, but then the house got so cold and I kept waking up because I was worried about pipes breaking and all of that. So we also lost water, and then we were on a boil notice when the water did come back on, and I feel like we were doing okay with no power, but oh my gosh, as soon as that water went out, y'all, that was a rough couple of days. But we survived. We had a lot of candlelight dinners, which was fancy. We did some reading by candlelight, and that was actually kind of fun. Like, every other light was obviously off, but then I just had like a book light there, and we started reading The Land of Stories. So you can kind of see we already almost made it halfway just for that time that the power was out. So after dinner we would just gather and read, and we played a lot of family board games, and we melted snow so that we could flush our toilets. So anytime like the power went on, we're like, quick, go melt some more snow. Family memories were definitely made, but as hard as that was, I'm really grateful for the blessings that we did have, that we have a home. Our pipes seemed to be okay, and we were together as a family. We had plenty of food. I happened to have a couple things of Costco water bottle packs, and so that was a huge blessing, and we were so blessed to be able to have those things, and I'm really grateful that we were, because there's a lot of people in Texas that didn't. We had friends just the neighborhood across the street, their power went off like Sunday middle of the night, didn't come on until Thursday evening, I think. I mean, a full 4 days plus a little extra with no power at all, and with temperatures in the negatives. I mean, it was crazy. It was crazy, and Texas is just not built for these extreme weather situations. So that was probably the biggest thing that happened to us in the month of February. And the nice thing though with that happening is we were able to crank through a lot of curriculum. And some of my kids were like, wait, it's a snow day, how come we're having to do school? Like, perks of homeschooling. We're all here anyway, we might as well be doing our schoolwork. So 2 of our children actually finished their language arts course books. Our 6.5-year-old, she is on the spectrum, and so she just finished her first book ever. This is the preschool from a book from The Good and the Beautiful, and she was just so excited that she got to finish her book, and we are just really excited for her and the progress that she's been able to make, especially being special needs. Sometimes it's really hard to see the slow progress, and we've honestly been working on this book probably at least a year and a half, just because we were going at her pace, right? So if she was starting to get into a funk or a mood, let's take a break, let's do something else. I just want her to have that love of learning and not stress so much about, you have to know this by the time you're 7 or anything. So she now knows all of her letters and their sounds, and we're just so excited for her to now move into the primer level. Then my 12-year-old, he is also on the spectrum, and he just finished level K. So we don't put the covers on our books. My next video coming up will explain why we don't put the covers on our books. But this is his book, again, Good and the Beautiful, level K, that he just finished at 12 years old. And he is just beyond the moon excited that he can read everything in there, that he can read the level K books. And reading is just something that is one of the struggles that he has had with his autism, and he works so hard every day, and we're just so proud of him for the work that he has shown. So go ahead and give this video a thumbs up to show how proud you are and excited you are for him and my daughter as well for finishing their books. And so those were both great, fun things that happened in the month of February. Our other 4 children are just cranking away at their course books. I feel like we're around lesson 90-ish with them, which I will say is like the farthest we've ever been this early in the school year, because usually, you know, we have all these field trips and parties and just fun co-ops and things that we're doing that kind of take away from some of the course book time. And with COVID and everything this year, we haven't had all of that happening. So we have just been able to focus more on the coursework. So it looks like we're kind of scheduled to be finishing the end of March, early April. We'll see if we go right in to the next book or if we'll take a little break before jumping into the next book. So we'll keep y'all updated on that. We also are using teaching textbooks for our math for 2 of our kids. It's about to be 3 of our kids. So my son, we're about halfway through level 7, about to finish level 5 and start level 6. He's like 3 lessons away. And then we're about to start level 3. My other son is finishing the Good and the Beautifuls level 2. One of my recent videos shared that we were not happy with the Good and the Beautiful's history, and I'll see if I can add that up here if you'd like to watch the reason why that didn't work out so great for us. We did switch to BookShark, so we've been using that for a month now. Just so y'all know, anything that I share from BookShark was given to me in exchange for my review. I'll do a separate video looking more in depth into what the Reading with History looks like and why we are loving it so much. But it's just going awesome. We've already learned a lot about China, and having lived in China before, it's been really fun for me to learn some more of the history and backstory that I had no idea. So that has been really going great. So keep an eye out for that video that will be coming up shortly. So we're really happy with our history choice there. And for science, I don't know what it is about science, because I love science. I loved science as a kid. I loved science in college. I still love science, but for some reason, it's like the bottom of the barrel for me to teach. And maybe I'm trying to decide, is it because I haven't really found a curriculum that I just love the science program? We're using the Good and the Beautiful right now, and I do really like it. It's fine. We've done mammals and space and something else I can't remember right now. And I have the sexual maturation unit that we're going to be doing, and then I also have the kingdoms and classifications. But for some reason, it's not an everyday curriculum, and so I was thinking, oh, this will be great, but the lesson lengths are kind of longer because it's not every day. So maybe that's my problem. I don't know. Maybe I just haven't found one that I really love the experiments, and that the experiments go with the rest of what you're learning. And I also don't like just reading from a book and then answering questions. That's fine for part of it, but I want it to be a little more hands-on than that. Please share in the comments, what are your favorite science curriculum and what do you love about it? Please let me know down there, because I'm still kind of, Christian worldview is fine as long as it doesn't get too preachy. I've had that issue with some sciences that I'm like, are we going to get to the science anywhere? Or are we just gonna have another gospel lesson? Which obviously if y'all see my channel, I love God and Jesus, right? I'm very Christian and I love that. And I also like to incorporate that into the subjects that I teach, but I don't want that to be the only thing. And so that was my issue with apologia, I think was my issue. I think because that was something that we tried 8 years ago. So I think that's the company that it was just, did not even talk about science, it felt like. So I'm still on the hunt to really find a great science curriculum that we just love and are so excited to do. I've also considered like that Mail Science, a subscription box, because y'all know how I love subscription boxes. If any of y'all have tried Mail Science, please let me know in the comments if it's worth it and if you loved it, okay? Because I need that. February can sometimes be that homeschool slump that we get through. So I did just post a video, I'll see if I can link that right there, for 10 ideas of how to get past the homeschool slump. We've definitely been using some of those ideas, and we've just had days where we've just taken a break and watched a movie. It's great. It's okay to take those days for yourself and for your kids. And so, but I think overall we've been handling the February homeschool slump decently. Maybe the snowstorm helped because it kind of totally threw a wrench into what we were normally going to do anyway. So that worked out. And but we're really looking forward to March. And I don't know about y'all, but I always feel like as soon as March gets here, it's like the end of the year already. So I can't believe how quickly this year has been going. And I'm really grateful for the progress that my kids have been making and that we've had in our routine and getting together. If you guys would like to see a video of our homeschool routine and what that kind of looks like for a typical day for us, please give this video a like or comment down below and let me know that that's something that you would be interested in seeing. If you'd like to see what we were reading throughout this month of February, go ahead and click that video button right there. But before you do that, don't forget to click my picture here to subscribe to my channel. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see y'all next time.